Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm hoping that I'm somewhere close to the actual city. I'm not actually sure how close I am in actual play, but apparently physically I'm very close. How long it's actually going to take me to get there, I don't know. How many times am I going to say actually in the course of this stream or this intro? Let's not think about that too hard. So... where we left off last time was that I was pretty much ready to set out for the day, but I hadn't actually set out yet. So the question becomes, do I keep my party the way that it is? I think I do. Do I remember to go to the live scene? Possibly. At some point I will. But a lot of things happened last night, and we are not happy about that. So many things happened, and I'm glad that the things do not actually show up in my character portrait on the side here, but oh man, can I see it when my character turns her head. So, I'm going to be trying to stay behind my girl a lot, although we're not going to be able to control that in cutscenes. Not... Still trying to be philosophical about these changes. They were brought on by my own choices. I know exactly what happened to cause all this, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. So, yeah. The plan is to head out. I'm not actually sure how to head out. But... That's the way it goes. If I'm remembering correctly, I already petted the animals as a good morning, but I feel like I should do that now because I'm not feeling good and I want them to not reject me.
What's up for discussion?
Hello, baby.
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite you.
Yeah, the dialogue screens are going to be an issue, definitely. Oh boy. Okay, pet the baby. Oh, it's all very unfortunate.
No.
Why is my hand inside his head? Okay. Well, baby doesn't see any real difference. I'm pretty sure Scratch doesn't see any real difference either. Oh, hey, a berry bush I haven't looted. I bet there's food there. There is. Okay. We'll take the food. Scratch, you still love me, right?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Scratch does love me. Or at least considers me a friend, which is close enough when it's a dog. Aw, who's a good pupper? You're a good pupper. Alright, so I'm not 100% certain how to do this. Like, if I use the command to leave camp, what happens? I don't actually know how to walk out of this particular camp either, so... I guess we'll just use the leave camp command and hope that works. That's the Shadowlands loading screen. Oh, we were camping in such a nice place.
Find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Oh, I agree. That is the thing that we need to do. I want my pretty lady back. Could you be the pretty lady again? Okay, so this way is back towards the Shadowlands. And this way, civilization, who hopefully won't run screaming from me.
Don't waste a step.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Is that the only reason?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
I am a bag of holding. What are you talking about, me? Okay, but also that updated shadow... Oh, we have a lot of updates. Okay, let's just work through this then. Confront the Elder Brain. Obtain the 3 Netherstones. We have finally arrived in Baldur's Gate. To face the Elder Brain, we must obtain the Netherstones from the 3 chosen. We already have Kethric's Netherstone. Yes, correct. Yes. Get Gortash's. Baldur's Gate is near. We should find out where Gortash is. Yes? Okay, get Orin's. Search Baldur's Gate for Orin. We need to scour the city for clues to Orin's location. Murder Most Foul may be the place to start when tracking a ballast. Not inaccurate. Definitely not inaccurate. I definitely have to remember to have Karlach along with me when I'm getting close to Gortash. It's important. Oh my goodness! Hello! Welcome, Reki. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you very much for the raid. That's a very sudden and unexpected. Hello, hello! And let's see if I can manage to type this correctly. Reki Red. There we go. Ah, Project Zomboid. I thought that was what it looked like you were playing. I hope that was fun. Just wrapped up some gaming. Aw, thank you very much. I was just going through my quests to figure out what I'm doing. I'm almost at Baldur's Gate. I'm almost there. Let's see. Help Kithrak Voss was the next one. Find Voss in Sharess's Caress. Enter the Rome's Crossing district of the outer city. Sharess's Caress, the tavern where Voss will be waiting for us, should be nearby. We spoke to Lae'zel about finding out about the prisoner in the astral prism. She wants to meet Voss. Okay, we're in the suburbs. We're actually at Baldur's Gate now. I thought we still had some walking to do. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right, Daughter of Darkness. Find a Sharon lookout. We have arrived in Worm's Crossing. Shadowheart believes that Sharon lookouts will be present in the vicinity, awaiting her return. She must find one such lookout in order to learn where the Sharon cloister is hidden. She expects to find such a lookout hiding among the desperate new arrivals flooding into Worm's Crossing. Wait a minute. Worm's Crossing. Wasn't that amulet that I have supposed to be dropped off somewhere near here? Where was my note about that amulet? It's back here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. When did I find that amulet? I found that amulet when I was in the Underdark. Oh dear. Talking to the scout, to save, retrieve boots from, okay, Duragard, okay, I'm in my Underdark notes. Now I just need to find that amulet. Let's see. General Thorm, Dawn Master, where's... Okay, stuff about Sharess's Caress. I don't know where the notes are for that necklace. Maybe... Oh wait, help the spirit of the amulet. That will help. Why did I look for my notes? Okay, travel to Worm's Crossing. We found the amulet. It's being possessed. The spirit wishes to be returned to his granddaughter. She lives at the Open Hand Temple in Worm's Crossing. Alright, we're looking for the Open Hand Temple. So, I'm just gonna make a note of that. Open Hand Temple for crazy necklace. There's a giggler in there, but I resisted him. No, I beat this game, but hell if I remember anything by name. Oh, I mean, I know. I keep extensive notes just so I can halfway remember things, and I still manage to not find things in my notes. Okay, so we're looking for a Sharon lookout somewhere around here. Blade of Frontiers. Wait for Mizora to be in contact. We've reached Worm's Crossing on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. We should keep an eye out for Mizora. Zariel's asset turned out to be Mizora herself. She promised to release Will. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay. And the Pale Elf. Reach Cazador's palace. We can now look for the other spawn that Asterion mentioned before. We should look for them in the taverns and flophouses of Worm's Crossing. Okay. So Worm's Crossing is not a town, it's a suburb? Maybe? I'm confused, but... I have a feeling we're going to be rotating people a lot today. I'm not sure if Jaheira is actually the right choice if we are in Baldur's Gate itself, but bridges will be crossed. It would be... Wait, I killed Yrgir? Which one was Yrgir? Is Yrgir the spirit of the amulet? Because he's still very much there. He's just not in possession of me. Inside the Sharan Temple. Oh, was that Raphael's little pet project? Because we did take care of that, yes. We did the whole ass thing in the Sharan Temple, including finding the Knight's Song and then declining to stab her with a spear. Oh, you. I may understand you're upset, but the problem is that he kind of attacked us and we didn't have a choice. It was defend ourselves or, you know, die. We had no chance to talk. He just attacked us. Appreciably cared for boots. I'll take that. Sure, why not? This is all my stuff now. Especially the potions, because, oh man, we could really use the potions. Justice for Yrgir. You know, if he'd spoken to us, if he'd had anything to say, I would totally be on board with your calls for justice. But the fact is, he met us and he tried to murder us. There wasn't even a, you know, you've come upon my lair. It was death to you. Admittedly, we did attack the displacer, but blue cap, glow cap, fish. Okay, we send the fish to camp. And I take the ingredients for myself. It was... There was no opportunity for justice because we were defending ourselves. If we had not fought him, he would have killed us. But we did get some interesting information from Raphael because of it. So... I mean, there was some benefit to us. Now, where is this Sharan? They've got to be around here somewhere. Oh, hey! Useful waypoint. I like it. We'll probably want to come back here some point.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
Hi? Hi, hello. I do not know why you chose to approach me. Where did you last see her? What's your name? That's your problem, kid. Get lost. Oh, I see. Alright, let's start with the, since there isn't the option of, why talk to me about it, who are you? What's your name?
Jenna. And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not.
I can
My
tell.
mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though.
Okay. You know, in many ways, my character's expression is what I'm thinking right now. It's just like, why has this child approached me? What is going on? Why? I don't know where your mom is, but here, take a few coin. You must be hungry. Take some food. Let's go find a guard. They'll be able to help you. It sounds like your mom is probably dead. Or just leave the whole conversation. You know, none of these answers are good. None of these answers are good. Did I inadvertently become evil? What has happened here? You know what? Let's go find a guard. They'll be able to help you.
Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
Astarion and Jaheira approve? Oh, I understand. Jaheira is like, yes, we are helping the child. And Astarion is, yes, we are shuffing the child. Now, I'm not going to tell the child their mother is dead. That just seems unkind. You know, we have lots of food. So let's have some food.
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon.
Why did you approach
Thanks a
me?
lot.
Why? What was any of that? Also, why did Astarion approve of all that? Of all people? So, that does not look like a temple. There's so much going on here. There's so many conversations. I don't... Oh, man. Charles Barragazin? Barragazin. That name sounds familiar, but I just can't quite place it in my head. And there's so much talking going on. And we have a refugee here. We have a bunch of chickens. Arthur Gregorio. Ben Golgots. Zenobia Dog. Hey, dog! The house was... You know, I'm very intrigued by what's going on with these trio over here. So, you know what? Let's... Hi, okay, so refugees have taken a house that they thought was empty. Who are you? Gleeful Clong? Hello, Gleeful Clong. You are very special looking. Oh, wait. We actually have one other thing that I forgot to do. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem that I do this now, but everybody! Long strider for everybody! But especially me and Astarion. Yes. And then Shadowheart, I guess. And Jaheira probably doesn't need the help because she can turn into an owlbear, but we're going to give it to her anyway. There we go. Okay. Now that everybody has Longstrider... Alright, let's you know what, let's talk to Zenobia Dog, because I like her name. Let's make sure to do that with me and not Astarion.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Denuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Oh.
Arthur, sweetheart, You paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Okay, I understand the situation that's going on here. Obviously, my character's gonna have to ask, but I know what's going on here. It's pretty obvious. Alright, let's see. What are the possibilities? Calm down and tell me what's going on. You certainly know how to make people feel welcome. Does no one we meet ever get along? Or, the army of the Absolute is mere days away and you're bickering over property ownership? No, let's not panic the populace quite yet. I've got to say that the hair change has definitely made Shadowheart even more intense, and that is an impressive statement to be able to make. Okay, somebody calm down and tell me what's going on.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
This is a pretty big house. Are you sure you don't have a single spare room? It's always heartening to see a true philanthropist out in the wild. Squatters, is it? Maybe I'll be willing to lend a helping hand. Detect thoughts, delve into this frustrated man's mind, or leave. See, this is the problem. Like, I know the situation. These refugees have come here. They found a house that had nobody living in it. They moved in after probably breaking a few locks. Now the owner of the house has returned and wants them out, and they're claiming squatters' rights, which totally isn't a thing in this world, I'm pretty sure, but it's might makes right in this universe. I don't want to help evict the squatters because that's a little more evil than I choose to be. This is... Like, I completely understand where he's coming from, even though he's being an asshole about it. But I don't want to be, like, violently evicting these people either. So, I don't really want to be delving into his mind either. He's pretty transparent to me as far as it goes. You know what, Are you sure you don't have a single spare room?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home. Either they leave or I'll make them.
I completely understand where he's coming from on this. They shouldn't just be able to break into his house and claim squatters' rights. This is not correct. But offering to evict them, it's... Now, why would... Okay, so, what are the options here? In that case, perhaps I can help you out. An intimidation of, let them stay or I'll make you leave and never come back. Or, well, good luck with that. Oh, man. I don't like any of these. I have no reason to be advocating for the squatters. I also have no reason to be helping him. Maybe I can persuade them to leave. Like, maybe we can, like, do this non-violently? Maybe I can help you?
What do you mean by that?
Shh, sweetheart. Adults are talking. This is guild business, and we'll handle it as soon as we get paid.
Enough of this bickering! You! What's your proposal?
Rent! I'll get them out of your house for free. Persuasion, I can make these squatters disappear for half as much as this lot are asking. Have you tried talking it out with them? Perhaps you can come to some sort of agreement. Or, actually, it looks like your caravan crew are eager to help out. I think I'll leave it to them. See, my proposal is rent. My proposal is a lease agreement. My proposal is please don't make me look at my own face anymore. This is I don't... They don't belong there, but I also don't want to be the one booting them out. That just doesn't feel right. Have you tried talking it out with them?
Agreement? Why should I negotiate with the vermin who've stolen my house? I've got nothing to say to them.
I get where he's coming from on this. It feels really weird to advocate for him to become a landlord because, you know, landlords. But I'll get them out of your house for free. Intimidation, let them stay or I'll make you leave and never come back. Persuasion, I can make these squatters disappear for half as much as this lot are asking. Or, well, I tried. I have more important things to take care of than squatting squabbles. Why am I only getting his side of this whole thing? Why can't I talk to them and persuade them to, you know, pay for the damage that they did and to be able to stay? I'm pretty sure he'd be happy to take money to allow them to stay for a bit. And if they won't pay, then we can move to violence. I don't... I'm still hoping that I can use persuasion instead of violence on this. I'll get them out for free.
Old family motto. Never trust anyone who works for free. What's in it for you?
Well, anything that's not nailed down in there is mine. You're the rightful owner and they're trespassing. I want to see justice done. Handling this myself is the only way I can guarantee there won't be any blood spilled. My reasons are my own. Do you want to save some money or not? Oh, okay. I don't want to spill blood, so handling this myself is the only way I can guarantee there won't be any blood spilled.
I never said anyone needed to get hurt, as long as they get out as soon as possible. But other than that, I don't care what methods you use. As long as you get rid of them, and fast, it's fine by me.
I see you're a charitable sort. Perhaps you have some benevolence to spare for us poor souls. We just lost a load of gold thanks to somebody interfering in our business, you see. And now we're a little out of pocket.
Excuse me? You were not doing anything.
A loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Okay, well, either the guild set up this situation so that this lot could collect money, or she's pissed off that she can't collect money in an opportunist way. Alright, I get it. How much do you want? You can deal with these refugees yourself if you really want. I'm not invested. Real shame that, but you'll have to find your charitable donation elsewhere. I don't want to piss off the entire guild on my first day in the city, but I also don't really want to ally with them. I would rather, you know, wary coexistence to any other situation. I just don't know how to actually... But yeah, she was refusing to do anything unless they got paid. She was like, you hired us as caravan guards. If you want us to revict the refugees, you need to pay us more. So was she like assuming that he was going to be forced to pay more? And, you know, we convinced him not to? Or I'm not sure what the angle is here. Unless the guild set up this whole situation in an effort to get more money from this guy. Which I wouldn't put it past him. Alright, I get it. How much you want? I don't want to pay them off. But I also don't want to antagonize them. I also don't want to see the refugees murdered. This is hard. None of these answers seem to get me where I want. Fine. How much do you want?
Just a little something. Consider it a gesture of goodwill.
I don't have that much money on me. Fine, here's your gold, 500. I'll pay you, but I need some time to get the gold together. I'm not paying you that much. That's pure extortion. 500 is a lot. 500 is a lot. I'm not paying you that much. That's pure extortion.
Oh, you know, it's shocking how many people opt for the hard way when the easy way's right there. Any last words?
Eat steel. Intimidation. I fought and killed an avatar of Merkel recently. Do you have any last words? Melee attack. Knocked some sense into this upstart. Or, I've always been a difficult person. I just can't help it. Dang, my melee is kind of cheese. So not gonna go with that. You know what? I think my intimidation is pretty okay. It's not as good as my persuasion, but it's not terrible. And I mean, Shadowheart's right there. We could try intimidating her. Let's try intimidating her. First roll of the evening, it's a difficulty 10. Shadowheart, my girl, thank you. The pity is I can't take guidance from 2 sources. Ah well, here goes nothing. Oh, okay. Thanks, Shadowheart.
You're serious. Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Look me in my disfigured face and tell me I'm lying. Okay, so what we're gonna try to do, I'm actually gonna save that because I took a really long time to make decisions there. Okay, we have saved. So I'm going to try and persuade the refugees to leave before this guy finds somebody who will stab them.
Have to keep going.
You know what? I'm gonna try talking to Marfa here, because Ben is probably going to participate anyway. So, ma'am?
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Girl! Okay, with that argument does not fly, girl. Okay. Ben, please actually offer conversation.
You see, those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
Okay, let's see. How did you end up here? Here, take this. You'll be much better off in an inn than waiting to get chased out of here. 100 gold. I'm trying to help you. I just need to talk to the man in charge. I could not care less. Intimidation. This is private property. You need to leave or I'll make you. Or we just leave this conversation. Well, leaving the conversation is not an option at all. The thing here is, like, I sympathize with their position, but also they can't stay here. They broke in here. It's not a good look. How did you end up here?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
Are you some kind of idiot? Do you not understand property and ownership? I understand. Let me talk to the owner of this place. Maybe I can help. I'm not interested in sob stories. Intimidation. Look, this place doesn't belong to you. Get out or I'll have to throw you out. Or leave. Okay, we're just gonna have to run on the assumption that these people are desperate but idiots. And negotiations have already failed, so offering to talk to the owner of the place, that has already happened in front of him. Do I try intimidation again? And it's just like, yes, wanting to put a roof over your heads after you've had to refugee away is a very reasonable and understandable desire. Stealing an entire house. Not exactly the way that one normally chooses to do it. Now, I understand from the look of you that you're a little destitute at the moment, but you have to go. We're gonna try intimidation again. Shadowheart, you're my girl. You'll back me up on this, right? Get out or I'll have to throw you out. This isn't your house. I almost feel bad about succeeding on these rolls. Like, I don't feel bad about intimidating the thief. I do feel bad about intimidating this guy, but it was the only non-violent thing I had.
You're seriously gonna throw us out? Throw my child out? You're just as bad as the rest of them. Don't worry, we'll go. May Torm split open that hard, blackened heart of yours someday.
I just... He left, but she's still here. I'm not a big fan of any of that. Like, I feel like I did the right thing, but...
Something over there.
I don't know. That's just... bad feelings. Send those to Astarion. Like, none of these are showing up as owned property, so... I mean, I'm not a lot better than the refugees, am I? Perusing the books. The Dukes of Baldur. Oh, this one seems like it would be useful. We'll take that. Thank you. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. I choose to leave that.
What's in here?
I'm going to read this, but I'm not going to take it. Ilmater hears the martyr's cries, takes in the ill and the oppressed. When one to help the others dies, then by Ilmater they are blessed. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Suddenly something in my throat. Yurgul, or so it's often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor he tracks the dead, makes sure that dead souls do not roam. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arrives, makes sure souls are correctly led to all their proper afterlives. Okay. Little bit of nice lore there, thank you. I'm not expecting to find anything terribly useful, like the thieves' tools, absolutely. You know, the trap disarm toolkit, absolutely. We're gonna leave the dude his lyre. We are going to look at what's in this backpack, which is empty. Music box?
Here we go.
Oh, pretty. It's the theme. That's cute. Oh, the hatch is locked. Oh, Asterion, remember the reasons I keep you around? Not that reason. This reason.
Oh, for a skeleton key.
You are my skeleton key. Alright. Shadowheart. Actually, you know what, Jaheira, you haven't gotten to do much. You offer some guidance. Okay? Okay. This should be interesting. That should be enough. That should definitely be enough. Asterion has ridiculous bonuses when it comes to this.
Can't give up now.
Thank you. As a reward, you can have this trap disarm toolkit. Oh yeah, I never did look at these boots. Appreciably cared for boots. These boots are well maintained and clean, though their soles are thin from wear. Okay, okay. Send that to camp. Read this book. Wealth speaks with a loud voice in a city founded and made prosperous by trade. Baldur's Gate has always been governed by its parliament of peers, consisting of the heads of the richest patriarch families, with executive rulership by a council of four, the four most powerful dukes, one of whom is designated Grand Duke. That tradition has held for many centuries, with the occasional interruption in times of crisis. And a crisis is where we find ourselves again, which accounts for the recent change in the city's administration. Last year, the Council of Four was Duke Belin Stelmane, Duke Dillard Portier, and Duke Thalmira van Themper, chaired by Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard. After the death of Duke van Themper, and the worrying disappearance of Grand Duke Ravengard during the fall of Elturel, the question of who would make up the Council of Four was going forward was postponed pending the return, or confirmed loss, of Ravengard. Excuse me. I do not know where this dry spot in my throat came from, but it has very bad timing. Into this power vacuum rose a brash new contender, Lord Enver Gortash, who promised that his leadership would see the city through its series of crises. When Ravengard finally returned and actually endorsed Gortash for that leadership role, Baldur's Gate gratefully turned to its new Archduke to bring its citizens back to safe harbor. Okay, so this was very recently published. This was super recently published. The ink has not dried in this book yet. Alright then. Interesting information.
try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
Oh, what a cute little tripwire.
Trust no one.
I trust you. Actually, would you just... Yes, thank you.
Watch your back.
Be careful. There are traps about.
Okay, okay. You know, Jahira helped before. Why not again? Oh, I see. I see. That is a trap that does not exist anymore. Rigged fireworks.
Be careful. There are traps about.
There is a lot going on here. It occurs to me that I should have pressed that button earlier. Go, Asterion, go! Woglins? I will look at that in a bit. We just need to take care of...
Be careful. There are traps about.
How did he fail and succeed at the same time? Oh, exactly the same roll as last time. Okay. Okay, so he perceived and also failed to perceive, and now I'm confused.
Traps.
There are so many. Why are there so many? This is absolutely ridiculous. Why are there so many traps? Disarm all of them.
Traps. How considerate.
Are you kidding me? Okay, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to be disarming traps for the rest of the stream, guys. I hope you really like this.
No one back home will
Okay,
ever believe this.
let's scooch the rest of the party up.
Trap. Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
Asterion, we have some issues.
Traps. How considerate.
There are so many! Why are there so many? Oops. I really don't want that to blow up. Everybody is standing right here. This feels really weird. Like, I will accept failures, but critical failures, no. So, try again, Asterion. everybody is standing right here. Like, if it was just him, maybe we could deal with it, but it's not just him. Oh, what a spectacular roll to be wasting on that.
Traps. How considerate.
There are so many. Why are there so many? You know, I think that's going to be good enough. As long as it's not a 1. As long as it's not a 1, we're okay. Still got the guidance. Like, a lot of this will be taken care of by having taken out the tripwires, but, you know, who wants to really test that? I don't. Okay, there are more. Oh, there's always more. Come on. I don't know what these woglims are, but man, I'm gonna have a lot of them by the end of this. Off we go! Oh, finally a high roll. Oh, I should have gone for the tripwire first. Oh well. Like, without the tripwire, there shouldn't be anything to set the fireworks off. But... okay, we're good, we're good. We're progressing. I don't know how to skip the animation. Okay, his guidance has finally worn off, so...
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
How delicious.
Why?
Go.
Why are there so many fireworks down here? Not another one. Okay, I am curious what happens if I fail on these fireworks. So I'm probably going to save scum a little, but I am going to allow this critical failure to go through just because of curiosity. Jitira took a little to the face. Interesting. Okay. You know what? Okay. We'll move ahead on that. I'm sorry, Jahira. It was for experimentation's sake. Please continue concentrating on that guidance. You don't want it to happen again, do you? here.
Traps. How considerate.
That's... Somebody really did not want people down here. And I want to know why. Okay, so... disarm this tripwire. I mean, I'm still going to disarm them, but the fireworks should not be able to go off without the tripwire. Shouldn't be able. Mostly. There are so many fireworks. Okay. Someday I will run out of fireworks, right? At some point I must run out of fireworks. At some point we will have reached critical mass of fireworks.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Trap.
Where? I'm assuming it's a firework that I missed, but I don't actually see it. There appear to be fireworks that have been missed. Box of odd fire fireworks. Uh-huh. Fascinating that all this stuff is theft. Although I really shouldn't be surprised.
Keep your distance, darling. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Of course, of course. Why would there not be? There were traps on everything else.
No, never mind. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Basement full of fireworks. Okay.
What now?
Probably the obvious. I would like you to disarm the chest. And hey, Jahira's going to be helpful, right? I think it's enough. It's enough. My math is deficient. You know what? Let's save just in case. Yeah, lockpick.
Challenge.
Hardly a challenge. Oh, we finally have a challenge. You know what? We're gonna take inspiration for that too, just because we can! I think it's enough. I think it's enough. It's definitely enough. He didn't need the inspiration. It's fine. Just in case. Alright, Asterion, have a look. 265 gold and a blackmail letter. Oh, send that to me. Let's just leave the gold in there just for the moment.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I wanna... Arthur, package still waiting for you at Felagir's. You'd better not be late again, or we'll start to wonder if you're really as committed as you claim to be. Pick it up, put it in the teddy bears, make the donation. It couldn't be simpler, really. If it's still here this time tomorrow, we'll stuff you with it. As you well know, we've plenty to spare. You know, it's labeled as a blackmail letter, but that sounds more like a threat. Blackmail is, you know, pay us or we'll reveal your secrets. This is...
compromised.
Might be worth checking out Arthur's donations. Huh. Fascinating. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow. Instructions for donation. You know, instructions. Mine now. Instructions. Gifts for refugees only. Please distribute. Fire Amber, Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, Volume 8, The Outer City. You know, it looks like there's been some burning here. And I don't think that's what I just caused. Alright, let's have a look at the True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow, shall we? Although I'm going to save just in case there's more traps.
Let's see what this does.
An excerpt from the True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left her native Waterdeep, and emerges from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrawled manuscripts for fresh inks and meals and ink. Blech. His red dragon thus dispatched, the knight had no choice but to leap for my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. Faithful Norls was on him instantaneously, clawing and biting, alas in vain. Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Norl's formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about in an arc that missed Norl's entirely, but neatly clipped the spiritual cord anchoring the tabaxi's stalwart soul to the plane. I mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of this plane, but that is not and has never been Captain Tenebrooks Morrow. Unlike poor Norls, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior soundly between the legs. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dread citadel of Trunarth. Okay, R.I.P. the cabin boy? I guess? Ball, war drum, heavy chest, flute. Why are there so many instruments here? Weathered chisel set. Anything interesting in the desk? Nope, just ink and quill. That makes sense. Weathered chisel set. Any interesting books here? Tales of the Hells. Okay. Diabolic Tales collected by Greshnag the Inattentive, Impish Archivist. Entry 18. Smiler the Defiler. If your wanders through Avernus seem to become an awful lot more scenic, luscious woods, big bushes, and the like, you may have wandered into a wily trap set by a creature named Smiler. None of us hellfolk know exactly what he is, where he's from, or how he got here, but he's a nasty piece of work. Well, he's called the Defiler, ain't he? He's not just nasty. Plenty folk are nasty here, but he's weird. Something's not right. The book continues in a similarly unenlightening fashion. Okay. Moving along.
These boots have seen everything.
Shelf with Chilton Fire Swill. Shelf with more Chilton Fire Swill. Arter. A is for Azuth and other gods. And this is 11. Seluna guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars her tears. Her sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shar will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She'll hide your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanus, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory's not to be defiled, or you yourself will come to harm. Yep, those are gods that I've encountered before. Or at least the worship thereof. Fiendish bestiary. Okay. Fiendish fauna, an attempt to catalog the many varied life forms that daily do battle on the front lines of the Blood War. The section on category of devil alone dominates most of the book's bulk. Part of me wants to, like, steal this and send it to Karlach, but I also think she might not appreciate stolen goods. Let's see. What else have we got here? There was another book, wasn't there? There was the Travels. Yeah. Traveler's Guide to Sword Coast, Volume 8, The Outer City. Seems like it might be useful intel. Overland travelers nearing Baldur's Gate have been known to smell the city before they clap eyes on it. This is thanks to what is known as the Outer City, the area that houses much of what Baldur's Gate needs to survive and thrive, but at the same time would rather not keep within its walls. Tanneries, stockyards, slaughterhouses, salt works, and less than regulated markets abound here, as well shanties and camps for the less fortunate souls who are drawn to the city. It is the author's firm opinion that respectable travelers should never dawdle in such a place, no matter how tempting its base attractions may be after a long journey. Instead, they should make way promptly, while paying strict attention to any valuables on their person or in their baggage, then see about presenting themselves to one of the main entrances to the lower city, such as the framed Basilisk Gate. Once entry has been secured, they can consider themselves in the city proper. Well, that doesn't actually help at all. Thanks for nothing. Broken loot. Another
Anything
desk.
of use?
With only quill and ink in it. And I mean, I appreciate how many instruments Artur has here, but I'm also curious, like, why there's so many fireworks. I don't know that I really want to go through this stuff, but I should probably have a look. Stuffed bear. Toy block. Oh, bad feeling. Bad feeling. Bad feeling. More toys. Okay. Unfinished stuffed bear.
I'm sure this toy will be finished soon if they bear with it.
Okay, that's new. A knitted toy bear stuffed with soft fur. It has a dimpled chin and is stitched with the name God Willington. Huh. But what is he stuffing in the bears?
Looks like a trap there.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay.
Someone there?
We'll take a guidance. Because why not? Okay, so a bunch of musical instruments, a bunch of toys, something that's being stuffed in the bears that doesn't belong there. A extremely impressive amount of fireworks. Woglins. Send a small rocket at a foe, blasting the target and inflicting color spray. One of Oddfire's better inventions, this firework bursts with a gorgeous crackle. It's a dex save. And it does 3d6 fire. That's not half bad, really. A stuffed...
Let's move.
More toys. A stool up there for some reason. Some food that I'm actually not gonna take. Hammer and rope.
Best be on my way.
I do have a curiosity, like, I can apparently interact with this? One moment, in case I pull it down on myself.
A young cave bear. Killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Huh. Well, that does tell me something about Arthur. Arthur? There's a part of me that really wants to grab this fire amber, but... tongs and rope. More fire amber. Like, I can make alchemist's fire from that. Trying to steal as little as possible hurts sometimes. And a cupboard with another stuffed bear.
Better not be cursed.
Okay, I think we're done down here, so let me save because that's been a massive number of quick saves. Of course, the fire amber is stolen stuff, and actually, oh, interesting. All this stuff counts as stealing now. That wasn't the case before. Fascinating. Maybe I should have gone through the house before I talked to the refugees. Hi, Arthur. We've been in your basement.
All's well that ends well, eh? I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns.
The squatters are gone. The house is all yours. I found some rather sinister things in your basement. Or leave. You know what? Let's be upfront and annoying about this. Hey, we found some weird stuff in your basement. Care to explain?
Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys. guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious, and you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them.
I tampered with nothing. I'll get to the bottom of this one way or another. Whatever you're up to, it's definitely not good. I'm taking you down. Detect thoughts, probe his mind for the truth, or leave. Okay, I think this is the right time for detect thoughts. I don't have the best of chances, but I can darn well try. Hello, Arthur. I'm in your head, Arthur. Shadowheart is helping me. Chihira is not for some reason, but Shadowheart is helping me, Arthur.
Keep it together, Arthur. There's no evidence that links this back to you. And you definitely locked the basement before you left.
Oh, you think locked doors stop me? You think locks stop me? Oh, you sweet summer child. I'll get to the bottom of this one way or another. Yes, you locked the basement, but it didn't help. Whatever you're up to, it ends now. I'm taking you down. Or leave. I just want him to confess. I didn't throw refugees out of your house for this. Alright. I guess we're gonna threaten to take him down. Because I don't want to waste that lovely roll. Whatever you're up to, it ends now.
What? No, wait!
I want to go on record that I am not happy with this. I'm also not happy that the door is wide open. Oh, he's so delicate. Can I just, like, can't I just talk to him? Oh, man. I hate I threatened to take him down and now I have to deal with this. Wait. I have an idea.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Somewhere in here, there's a setting for non-lethal takedowns. I just have to remember where the heck it is. There... No. Let's not, It's in here somewhere, I swear. Center the camera. Darn it! Where is it? I know it's in here. I used to know where it was. Wait, passives. Toggle non-lethal attacks. There it is. We are non-lethaling. We are non-lethaling. We can only do this with melee, but that's okay. I said with melee, girl. This doesn't feel good, but I toggled non-lethal, right? I did toggle non-lethal. We are non-lethaling, yes? Yes, okay. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing this unlethally. Okay, he's terribly hurt, but he's not dead. Yeah, let's rifle his pockets. Archducal Coronation Admission Pass. Oh, yes, I will be taking that. It feels weird to leave behind the gold, but honestly, the invitation is all I really need.
Need to find a way forward.
Don't see anything of interest in here. It's weird that he wasn't carrying a key. Asterion, do your thing.
Let's crack it open.
Yes, let's. Do-do-do.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Arthur's private musings.
More for me.
Some clothes that I'm not going to take.
Something good here, I hope.
Toy Maker's basement key. Oh, that might have been useful earlier. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrook's Morrow, Volume 2. I'll skip the intro since I already read that tonight. And thus, in the light of the Feywild's ne'er-setting sun, we passed into the land of the Eldarin. My astute resolution to sail around their forest was betrayed. It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of the trees, that I might see those dancing figures up close. The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves seen in a fever dream. Slender as wands and with hair of every changeable hue, their moods mirror that fey wilderness from which they spring, one moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons, among them. A halfling woman, employed among my crew as a smith, dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavored to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she. It has been some centuries since. I hope she has succeeded by now. Oh! I know this story is fake, but that would make a good origin story for my sword. That's kind of sad, too. Pouch. Desk. Letter to Mamselle Amira Draft. Oh, I will definitely... Yoink. It feels weird to be leaving all this money behind. Empty. Empty. Arthur has wine in a lot of
Can't slow down.
Places where wine should not necessarily be. The Annals of Baldur's Gate. Huh. preface. Centuries ago, a young man sailed from the village of Grey Harbor. Where he went, what he saw, and the deeds he accomplished are simple legends today, but the wealth he returned with years later is a hard fact. Baldurin made Grey Harbor rich. His gold built docks, funded businesses, and raised strong walls to protect it all. One of the gates into this flourishing city was named in his honor, but so great was the wealth that flowed through it that the name of the gate became more famous than the village that started it all. The name Grey Harbor has been relegated to dusty history books and ancient maps, but Baldur's Gate, that name is on the lips of every traveler in Faerun. Okay. Okay. One more bookshelf, and then it's time to go, hopefully before Arthur wakes up.
What in the hells was that?
Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
We should probably go and see what the heck is going on with that. I'm assuming it's not the alarm raised by the man who is still unconscious on the floor. Wait, I do want to... Okay, the admission pass to the coronation. This pass grants access for bearer and entourage to Worm's Rock Audience Hall for the ceremony of Lord Gortash's elevation to Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Excellent. Arthur's Private Musings. An unfinished love story, handwritten by Arthur Gregorio, whose name is attached to the bottom of every page. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove's fingers, brushing against his nails. The very ends of his mustache stood to attention as the fire stirred behind his eyes. No doubt this was love. Love. Ah, love. The stuff that dreams are made of. It made him sweat to think of it. The graceful, enduring, blossoming magnitude of what it all. The priceless, breathless, weightless, sheer, whomping joy of it all. This is an early draft, to be sure. Letter to Mamselle. Madam Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Sharess's caress, but I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So that was probably my last visit. I hope you'll understand. Arthur. And the True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrook's Morrow, Volume 1. I've already read it. And in fact, I am going to toss it on the floor. Okay, you know what? Hey, hey, Caravan Ox, do you know what the heck that was?
I want to have a word.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Not very useful, but sweet. We need to find out what the heck that was. We need to find the temple. The Open Hand Temple. The dude who was standing here is gone, so I probably lost my opportunity to talk to him. Pity, he looked so interesting.
Never travels without his friends. Let's go.
An iron fence with a lot of stuff on the other side. I mean, we could just try asking directions. I just don't know who to ask. Well, you know, we're standing right by these folks. Let's try asking them. Iwan, Rhett, and Gethin.
A Baldurian. Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
Well, I can't ask directions from him, apparently.
Not a chance.
Let's see. Citizen. If the only point is in talking to named people. That's pretty much the way these things go. Citizen. Seraphin, Zog, Yonks, Quinara. Okay, Seraphin.
You look like you need to clean off the road dirt, almost as much as I do. No good inns with hot water and a tub on this side of the crossing, no?
Helpful, but not what I needed. Also, as long as people keep thinking that the stuff on my face is road dirt, the better off my life is going to be. Refugees, citizens, an animal cart with no animal in it. We may have failed to find the Sharon. Where are we sitting? Get Gortash's Netherstone. Find Gortash in Worms Rock Fortress. We discover that Gortash is in Worms Rock Fortress, where he will be sworn in as Archduke of Baldur's Gate. We need to make our way there. Agreed. Investigate the suspicious toys. Find the dangerous toy donations. We found a blackmail letter in a toy maker's cellar. Something dangerous is being placed inside toys donated to the refugees. We should find them and quickly. Our fiery friend. We learned Gortash is currently being ordained as Archduke of Baldur's Gate. This could be Karlach's chance to confront him. Yes, agreed. But that doesn't actually tell me how or where to find the temple. She lives in the Open Hand Temple in Worms Crossing. So, Open Hand sounds like monks. So, if I find monks, I might find the temple? Angliron's Smithy.
This whole situation stinks. Guild robbers are usually decent enough folk. They take your gold, but they leave your
There's so many conversations. Shabby wooden doors. What the heck is going on here? I don't think this is the temple. What is this? Sword Coast Couriers?
Alright. I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating.
Circus poster?
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Something interesting about the well? What's that, Asterion? Timmy's down the well? What the? Murdered refugee? Shadowheart. Shadowheart. Shadowheart.
The corpse does not respond.
I don't like this. I mean, I'm not gonna stop me from taking that gold, but
if not over, then through.
There's ooh, I don't like this. Target is too far. Can't jump over there? You know, briefly I actually had a... I wonder...
Don't touch me.
I will touch you as much as I want, and you have a longer jump than anybody. Target too far. Something horrible happened down here, but we're gonna need to get around the other side to try and suss things out, because we can't get there from here. Which is annoying. I'm just going to make a note here of murdered refugees down well near couriers in Worms Crossing. Okay. I don't want to use a potion or a scroll to do this, because we've still got the dead end. So hopefully we'll find the other side.
What to do?
It's very concerning.
Stop fretting.
Light on my friend.
Speaking of blood,
everything you read in the broadsheet. That so-called army is probably no more than a couple of goblins.
You're such a scaredy cat.
there's definitely blood. Jennifer Antilles and Spargo Oliviers. Hey, did you see anything that might have left this blood trail?
I should speak up.
Can't talk just now, sorry.
No?
Let me have a little peace and quiet, won't you?
Nope. Well, I don't see much choice other than to follow the blood trail. It's coming from that away, I think. Survival. That looks like a cat. Why can't I talk to it? Old rusty door. Another refugee. I want to find the temple, but I think this world thrumming might be a little more important. Tonsure, have you been feeling what we've been feeling?
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views aren't worth it.
That doesn't help. dead chicken. I don't think that's the source of the blood trail. The main problem is that I don't see the blood trail continuing. Like, this is the end of the blood trail. It doesn't continue down this way, so... that seems the most likely. But still, what I'm gonna do is right here. Come on. I want a marker that says blood trail end. Right there. The cat ran into the field, so I couldn't talk to it. What? Hey, hey. Does anybody else hear screaming? Because I definitely heard screaming. Asterion? Please do your thing.
Easy.
Jahira, back him up. You know what? Shadowheart, lead the way.
All right, what now?
Okay, I kinda hate it a little. Doesn't seem to be anything that points in appropriate directions here, so down the hatch? There's a mind flayer in here. There's a very injured mind flayer in here, sorta. Final warning? And a ball? You know what? It's sleeping, so why wake it up if I don't have to? There's a rat here. Why can't I talk to it? You know what? Our sneaky deakiest should have a moment. This is a notice demanding that the miller pay off his debt lest his creditors oust him and claim the mill for themselves. Not helpful. Not helpful. Owlbear toy, barrel. I think I'm gonna stuff Asterion into a corner.
What now? Waiting with bated breath. Safety above all.
Yes?
Shouldn't have wished to live in
Okay.
interesting times.
This could go really bad. But I believe in Asterion. Here goes.
I have something to ask.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate.
Oh, that was the screaming. It doesn't feel very fortunate. Wake the newborn mind flayer, attack the creature before it wakes up, or stealthily sneak away. It doesn't feel very fortunate.
Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power. Just like you did before.
I don't like that. I don't like that prospect at all. I don't like any of those prospects. You know what? You know what? We're sneaking away. I don't want to be involved in this. Sure, give me advantage. And guidance.
You pick your way silently through the loose rocks and broken masonry until you're a safe distance away.
Don't like it, don't want anything to do with it.
Should mind my step.
Asterion, join us. We're leaving. Now, is there any way that I can relock this hatch so it can't get out? Nope. No, I cannot. What if I drag some sacks on top of it? No? Okay. That's not really much barrier, is it? Oh, I regret finding any of that. Another pin. Mind Flayer. It's probably not going to stay there. But I've marked it. But no, we're not absorbing Mind Flayer power. I feel like I've done that enough. This I don't like the look of at all. Reflections of a gullible prick and a rogue's morsel.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Oh, everybody, stop stepping in the blood. This stained tome records a long and arduous journey. I hoofed it to Baldur's Gate based on a goddamned promise. They welcome you with open arms, my cousins said. Everyone has a home in the gate. 17 days I marched. 17 days of their whining toddlers and their piss reek. 17 days of howling wolves huddling around sickly fires, and still that stench. Of course they didn't let us through to the city when we showed up. Shoved us into a camp teeming with snivellers and sneerers. Had it with them, their sob stories, the entire gall of their presence. If I've got to be stuck outside the city, I'll make home in a chicken coop. Smells better than those shit-stained whelps called my cousins, at least. The rest of the text continues in a similarly aggrieved fashion. You know, it does sound like he might have a good reason to be aggrieved. I'm just saying. But the question is, where is the guy now? Guy, person, individual. Hand drum. Stuffed bear. I'm suspicious of all bears that I find, so I'm taking this. Can I actually examine this? Well, that's not very helpful. Like, it's nice to be able to rotate the model and all, but yeah, we know that we're specifically looking for bear. You know what? I think this is actually a way down. Eventually. There's more blood down there. Rotate, rotate. Steer, steer. Stay on target. I don't think that this is the source of the rumblings, but this does look very interesting.
Heading into that cave. Suspiciously small footprints.
Oh. Rotten eggs. Footprints. Blood. Do we go down and check out the blood, or do we try to check out the footprints first? You know what? Let's... Suspiciously small footprints could be a child, could be a halfling, could be a gnome. I want to check out this blood. Whoop, no, I don't want to be inside that structure, whatever it is. Oh, this one will talk. This one will talk.
What's next, I wonder?
Oh, we're going to have a nice little save. We're going to have a chit-chat with a corpse.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Hi. Who are you? What happened to you? Do you have any next of kin? Where are you from? What's the last thing you remember? Tell me about the gemless ring I found with you. I didn't actually find that, but we'll get to that. Who are you?
Garrod.
Okay. What's the last thing you remember?
Man. Buying heirlooms. Vulture. Challenged him.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the gemless ring I found with you.
Brothers died on the road. Man tried to buy.
Oh. Do you have any next of kin?
None.
Oh. Sorry. Where are you from?
East. Fled armies. Lost everything.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Ah, concerning.
Never a dull moment.
So, the guy with the vulture tried to buy the ring. This guy challenged him on what he was offering. He killed him, apparently, but left the ring? That bothers me. I don't think this is associated with the cave tracks.
Never wanted the easy path.
Alright, suspiciously small tracks leading into a cave, I guess. Let's save, because it's been a long time. Let's have a look. Angle iron cellar. Angle iron. I wonder if I should recognize that.
Might be useful.
Hello? Hoagie Nunners? Dulber's Front? I do not currently see any reason to sneak.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
Say, I didn't need to sneak. These are the deep gnomes. Bumpnagel, Dulber's Front, Philomene, Thula. Yeah. Where's the boss? I'm gonna assume the boss is this one, because I have completely forgotten which one is which. So let's try Thula.
You're here. Good luck. This damn city's more treacherous than the Underdark.
Wrong guess. Okay, we just talk to every single gnome until we get the right one.
Something's on my mind.
Look, unless you're an expert in steel watcher gyroscopics, please get out of my light.
You're a deep gnome.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work.
You know, I like them. Do you have anything to trade?
Only if you're quick.
Oh. Yeah, you don't have much at all. Oh dear. A few arrows of special types. What is this? Smoke powder, huh? Martial exertion gloves. You drop and give me 30, you sumbitch. You think a bugbear's gonna roll over and let you rub his tummy? 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, maggot. Stronger, better, tougher. Any Sword Coast drill sergeant. Invariably. What the heck? Martial exertion. Push past your physical limits, taking 6 to 36 piercing damage to gain an additional attack and double your movement speed this turn. Interesting. Dangerous, but interesting. Nimble finger gloves. Gnomes are granted +2 to dexterity. Halflings and dwarves gain +1 dexterity. Sleight of hand +1. For the right wearer, these supple dosing gloves offer both comfort and protection, alongside perfectly attuned sense of where one's fingers are and what pocket they're picking. Cute. Not useful to me, but cute. Thunder Palm Strikers. Booming blows. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 thunder damage, and you also have Thunder Wave now. Each blow landed while wearing these gloves produces the rumbling boom of 1,000 demons' ravenous stomachs. Mystic, hello! Welcome back to the stream. And yes, level 9, and sort of, kind of, almost got a toe in the actual Baldur's Gate. I'm in Act 3. These are monk gloves. I have no monk. Alchemist's Fire. I like it, but eh. Flash Blinder. Blind a target. If it is a Steel Watcher, it's stunned and suffers a 1d6 penalty to attack rolls. Gyroscopic whispers emanate from the device. Gnomish machinery speaks with a metal tongue. Interesting. I don't know about these Steel Watchers, but interesting. Grease bottle, holy water, horseradish, red pepper, smoke powder bomb, and sweet potato. I love how the bomb is just sort of mixed in with the food. That's very spectacular. Been working on the campaign and like, where'd the time go? Yeah, that happens whenever I'm writing something too. Poison, goodberry. Now, this is some interesting stuff, but none of it is terribly useful to me, so I think I'm going to give it a pass. Nice talking to you, Bumpnagel.
Now let me get back to it.
Sure. Who haven't I talked to? Nichols?
It stopped, but it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it?
Oh, thank goodness, somebody else who feels it. Yes, it keeps happening. What is it? I don't really know what you're talking about. Don't worry, it's probably just the world ending. Okay, I love the last answer, but we're gonna go with the first one because it's slightly more sane. Yes, it keeps happening. What is it?
There's something underneath the city. Inside the rock.
Oh.
But when I ask the stone why it shakes, it only screams.
Oh.
I want to go home.
I know what it is now, and none of us want to know. None of us want to talk about it. Moving along, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to be able to sleep at night, even though I will never sleep again, apparently.
Huh? You look different when you're not trying to talk someone down from igniting a barrel of rune powder. Chuck your questions at Wulbrun. That's his job. I can make time for chatter after you know what's what.
Now she is remarkably friendly. Well, it's nice that we found the deep gnomes. I'm glad that they haven't blown up the city yet. Oh, I don't need to steal water. I don't know why the barrel shows as lootable, but the water shows as being stolen. I'm just not going to think about it too hard. Need to play BG3 again. Maybe, maybe. Wolbren! Oh, you've still got Barkus with you. You do care. Hey, Barkus, I will talk to you after I talk to Wolbren. How's that? Wolbren? Wolbren, stop moving, Wolbren.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet?
Did you see what they did to my face?
Thinking of worst case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope.
What a coincidence! I have a Harper right here. I'm with you. Gortash is a dead man. I have reasons of my own for taking him down. Or this is your fight, not mine. Now, both the first and the second ones are correct. They're both right. So the question is, which one? You know what? The second one is the same as the first one, but kind of expanding on it. I have reasons of my own for taking that man down.
As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy.
We do. And I like you.
Neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel
city?
Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man.
Oh.
When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Huh. He does seem to be very upset, but the thing is, like, how do I get him to tell me more about this Steel Watch? And also, I need to know more about the Gondians without him, you know, popping a head vein. Cheer up, Wolbren. We're here to help. Personally, I put a lot of the blame on Gortash. Why put the blame on the Gondians? Perhaps the Gondians were infected with a tadpole. Ooh. All of these are good. Oh, I want to say all of them. How do I choose? How do I choose? How do I choose? Wait. Perhaps the Gondians were infected with a tadpole.
Perhaps. All the more reason to get rid of them. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while the city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
What was the plan? The city's not exactly safe for me either. Maybe I can help. Okay, the most important thing to ask here is, what was the plan? I want to know what the plan was.
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat.
Okay.
In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower.
No, probably not.
Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wulbren,
I
please.
like this plan.
This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
That's the second time tonight, and it was not good the second time either. Okay, I'm on board with the foundry goes down. I'm not on board with mass murder. Just an amazing line. It can be a good line, but the problem is that this is literally the second time that it has been used tonight. And neither time has it barely been used correctly. So I'm a little, it is a good line, but maybe you should have come up with more than that. The main problem is, like, you can blow up the foundry, and that takes out the line of production, until the people who know how to build these things build a new foundry. But I'm also not on board with mass murder. So, Just bought Divinity Original Sin 2 on sale. I want to play through it again with people. Oh! Oh man, if I had more free time, Ricky, I would be so on board with that. Oh man. I love that game. I still haven't finished it, but I love that game. Playing through BG3 made me yearn for it. Ah, I see. I completely understand, because I played Divinity Original Sin, and I really liked that. I didn't finish it before 2 came out. I played 2, I really liked that. And when I heard that Larian Studios were the ones who were making Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, yes, I know that they will do it well. And this plays like, you know, D&D done by Larian. I love it. I want to play Divinity Original Sin 2. Ah, I see. Got to Act 3, but I was underleveled and never finished either. Ah, I see. It's the first one or the last one? This does sound like mass murder.
It's liberation. The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are.
I do not like making agreements without having sussed out the other side. Look what happened with the refugees just tonight. I'm only on Act 1 in BG3. Ah, yeah. I was in Act 1 once. Gortash is the enemy, not the Gondians. I'll find another way. I'm convinced. Give me the bomb and I'll take out the foundry. I'll make contact with the Gondians. Maybe they'll see reason. Or, this is too messy for me. I'm out. Okay, I don't want to agree to blow this place up without knowing that I'm blowing up a place of evil. You know? I like blowing things up. I really do. But I am trying to be good. I'm trying to be good. I'll make contact with the Gondians. Maybe they'll see reason.
That's what I've been saying. There may yet be a peaceful solution.
Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast? Be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right and you're wrong.
You know, I am on board with this. I'm on board with this. This is good. I like this. This is a good outcome. Fine, I'll take it, but I'll only use it as a last resort. Or keep your bomb, I'm doing this my way. No, if they turn out to be the den of evil that you say they are, I have the bomb and I don't have to come back for it and be like, you were right, I'm gonna grovel for you. You know, and if they don't turn out to be a den of evil, well, I've relieved you of your bomb and you can't use it. Ha ha! I win! I'll take it, but I'll only use it as a last resort.
As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Roll a d4 for chaos. I mean, I can make this more chaotic. I do have the, I have the Baldur's Gate extension turned on my channel. I could put every dialogue choice to a vote from my audience, but I haven't really been doing that. As my audience tends to be half asleep at best. They don't provide chaos, they provide silence. I love y'all, but it's very late at night for most of you.
A rune powder bomb? Oh, what the devil has he become?
A fanatic with no thought for innocent life. The Gondians must be stopped. They're working for the Absolute. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. Or, not now, Barkus. I think there's more to this than meets the eye.
You'll hear no argument on that score. But using rune powder on the Gondians? They are inventors, just like us. Persnickety and self-important, too. But we all have our moment. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Please, speak to them before you do anything. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think?
You were standing right there. You were standing right there when I said I was going to talk to them. I think Wulbren would like to know you're undermining him. They have to die, Barkus. Or, all right, I'll speak to them. I mean, I'm going to answer the last one simply because that was what I was going to do anyway, and he was standing right there when I said that was what I was going to do, so apparently he has the short-term memory of a goldfish. I'll speak to them.
That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later. And only if absolutely necessary.
Okay, so the vibrating is not anything I can do anything about at this point. Because it's that brain burrowing in. Primer on mythical beasts. Ooh. Each chapter of this book describes the cultural origins of a different mythological beast. Chapter 5, Miniature Giant Space Hamster. Very little is known about this particular cryptid, though stories say they tend to choose well-muscled human males as their steeds when they deign to visit this plane. According to legends, this creature retains a wellspring of indescribable power known only to itself, though it provides its steed with perhaps mystical, perhaps mundane courage. Unsubstantiated rumors claim the creature has a taste for human eyes. Miniature Giant Space Hamster mentioned.
What's hiding here?
Recipe of Wyvern Toxin. This alchemical recipe book from the unfortunate scaleless dragonborn Haskin Zelisvin is written with a messy and grotesquely lethal scrawl. In this edited edition, punctuation has been inserted out of respect for the master of alchemy. To the reader, we the editors wish to communicate that he was not all in his right mind and ask for clemency on his behalf. He sits in my little kitchen now, Nikros, my old friend, bold friend, brave and naughty, yes, very naughty. He'd like to wipe me away, I know it. Kill me with crawler mucus or drow poison, slip it in my hot chocolate cup, give me my final medicine. His mind full of pity. Ah, self-pity must have been. We'll wipe him out instead. Wipe his mind clean of pity, regret, smiles, removal of the electrical currents working the brain, boil up the fluid, the synapses, everything, everything Nikros, excised from Nikros. Only a small dose will do, Ooh! Ashes of wyvern stinger added to salts creates deadly, scrumptiously deadly wyvern poison. The world is a red blister swelling up behind my eyes, and my flesh is afire, feels like bugs are biting me. Itchy, itchy. Nikros, oh sweet Nikros, what have I done? Oh boy. He was a very not well dragonborn. Okay. Why am I walking? How am I encumbered? What the heck am I carrying? Hold on a moment, I gotta figure out what's in here. I must have picked up something. Oh. Oh, it's the bomb. That's why. Oh. Well, I can't have anybody else carry this for me. Which means I need to shed some weight. I'm gonna send this to Karlach. What is this? This is an absolute outfit. Oh man, what weighty stuff can I... The soul coins are pretty light. Dad's axe. We'll send Dad's axe back to camp. That will help. I'm gonna keep the moon lantern. Raven gloves, summon us. Gold ring. I think maybe the gold rings can go back to camp. Ring of Absolute Force, Exalted Marrow, True Love's Caress. I haven't found the other ring for this. You know what? Send that to camp. We'll send the golem bell back to camp because I'm never going to remember to use it. I need the shovel. Can I send any stuff to other people? Like, we have this music box. What if I give this music box to Shadowheart to carry? I can't send that to anybody. The random potion. You know what? Let's send that to camp. Psionic detector, very important. Scratch's ball, extremely important. Selenite brooch, you know what? We're going to give that to Shadowheart. We're slowly getting lighter here. The fake blood, let's send that to camp. There's very much little reason for me to be carrying that around at this point. Consarnet. Cup of oil. How heavy is that? 0.7, dang, okay. There's got to be something that I can just give to somebody else to carry and lose some weight. You know what? Send Asterion the absolute outfit. One becomes many. Let's send that to camp. Aloe oil. Well, we'll send it to camp until we possibly need it. Why is this bomb so heavy? Harp-shaped pin. That actually, let's give that to Jaheira. It seems appropriate. Keepsake gem. I don't know what, like, this has a rune on it, but I don't know what it's useful for. Ketherick's Netherstone, gotta keep that. Memory Shard, you know what, let's send that to camp. Haste Spore Grenade, Bomb, Holy Water. Oh, I have... Okay, we don't need that ball because we have scratches. We'll send the water to camp. Dukes of Baldur's Gate. We'll send that to camp. Blackmail letter, hang on to that. Instructions for donation, hang on to it. It's unfinished, hang on to it. And we definitely need the admission pass. Arthur's Private Musings. You know what? I'm giving that to Gale, just because I can. Letter to Mamzelle. We'll keep it for now. Reflections, we'll send that to camp. This is a pointless bear. And I've reduced the weight enough that I can walk now. Yay. I don't know what to do with these gloves. Like, I don't want to send them back to camp, but I also don't want, like, I don't have anybody to wear them. Actually, let's send Asterion the amulet to go along with the outfit. There you go. Yeah, okay. Sort by type. Why is this bomb so heavy? I really want somebody else to carry this. Oh well. Gets an idea. Oh boy. Doesn't matter which character I am. I'm against mass murder. This ladder is very shiny for some reason. Okay, so that was a lot of stuff and a lot of sorting. Let's make sure that I save. Let's poke our noses above ground.
Locked, but there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
Like that switch? You know what? We don't need the switch. Actually, I think we might want to sneak out of here the way that we came, now that I think about it. I don't think we want to be associated with these guys, especially if we become associated with an explosion. So we'll just, you know, head out the way that we came in, and it'll all be good. Right? Right? Okay, and we're also keeping an eye out for a man with a vulture, or possibly a man who is a vulture? Yeah, why didn't I just climb up the vines? Oh well. Just coming back from our stroll, don't worry about us. Oh? What did we... Asterion failed a perception check. Why just Asterion? What happens if we all go this way? No, that doesn't actually help. This is probably the building that is attached... No, wait, that's the couriers. Glowing bulb. Well, we can turn it on and off. That doesn't actually help. And the circus poster... And... yeah, you again. The blood trail bothers me. The blood trail bothers me a lot.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail sell. At least we'd have a bed.
Hunker's Boolean. Now there is a randomly generated name.
You're such a scaredy cat.
Fist Ingram. Gahide Slickjaw. Okay. I'm curious.
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms? I fell for the blockhead.
Oh, darling.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
Inside the city. Said you do whatever it takes.
Please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy. Wait, what do we got here? Area under investigation. Wait, what?
Crime scene not open to public by order of the Flaming Fist.
Scraps for days.
Hello, could you maybe illuminate?
The priests will open the temple up again. You'll see. They're good people, holy people.
What? What temple is this?
Nothing to do with his death. We swear it.
This does look sort of open palmsy. Novice Bramble. Perhaps Novice Bramble will be able to illuminate some stuff for us. Because this does look open hand, and we just updated this quest. Bramble, hi.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
What happened? Who is Father Lorgan? People die every day. Well, obviously the last answer is incorrect. What happened?
I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Oh. That was incredibly evasive. Black?
Temple worship suspended until further notice. The faithful endure.
Brother Clements. Brother Bill. Hi.
We let more outsiders in and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelnane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
Oh.
We have faith here.
Jingoism.
Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
He was murdered, or so I've heard. I heard your priest died. My condolences. Leave. Oh, man! These are both not good answers. My condolences?
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
If Father Lorgan had been pickier, he might be alive. Sounds like your god would be proud of Father Lorgan. Or I'll leave you to it. Now, the first answer is entirely too cruel. The last answer doesn't get me what I want. Only one answer remains. Sounds like your god would have been proud of Father Lorgan.
Thank you, stranger.
Shut up,
I
Asterion.
take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
See? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, Asterion is a little less impressed with me, but when is he ever impressed with me? And I have the temple open to me. Also, Asterion, could you please tell me why you're smoking? Oh, I see. You're in low light. Okay. We'll just. Oh. 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 I must know. I must know. I must know. Come, party. There's a lot of blood here.
I have all the evidence I need.
You don't even have the murder weapon.
Valeria?
Details.
Sleuth of Helm? What are you? What are you? What is this?
Anyone would murder Father Logan.
There's enough blood to make a believer out of anyone.
That Ilmater's grace. Must you be so insensitive? Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself.
He has a
You
pipe.
are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Logan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
No, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
No, that doesn't sound right. Somebody who performs a ritual slaughter does not then have a burst of guilt and do away with themselves. No, nope. Sounded like you were having quite the disagreement. Apology accepted. Don't apologize. Sounded like a load of bollocks anyway. I don't imagine Ilmater cares about your swearing. I mean, number 3 is definitely what I'm feeling right now, but is it the right thing to say? I mean, I know that wraps it up nicely for the investigator, but I don't like any of this. I want to say number 3, but I'm pretty sure my character would say number 1, so sounded like you were having quite the disagreement there.
You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Logan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder, and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
Yeah, I kinda heard that, and I do really disagree. If you think the investigator did a shoddy job, I can look into the murder for you. What makes Brilgor politically convenient? You should worry more about your temple's safety than this Brilgor person. Bard answer, no murder story I've ever read has ended simply. I bet there's more afoot here. Or leave. Ooh, you know, I like the Bard answer here. I do kind of like the Bard answer here. No murder story has ever ended simply. I bet there's more afoot here.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Oh, female pronouns. I gotta rearrange. One moment. Where can I find the investigator? Any idea what I should be looking for? Can you tell me where to find Shira Clairwyn? I best get going. Any idea what I should be looking for? I will ask I will ask about Shira. I will, but
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Yeah, that's yeah. Can you tell me where to find Shira Clairwyn?
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
Oh. Huh. Well, I guess I'm giving a corpse an amulet. Alright. Where can I find the investigator should I need to speak to her?
Charette's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Okay. I best get going. Thank you for your time.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Okay. Order of Ilmatri Service. Well, that's a good place to start.
Seems simple enough.
A mass book used by the Broken Gods congregation during regular services. There are a lot of hymns about self-flogging scattered throughout the tome. Okay. Okay. And I'm guessing that the place with all the blood on the floor is the murder scene. Potion of healing. A new blast... Wait, hold on a moment. There's a lot of reading here. Suffering Masses. Soups of the Realms by Brother Donick. Surgery Kit.
We interpret scripture and teachings, but we know nothing.
A new blasphemy, bloodletting and sanguine arcana. Okay, I think that might be important to Asterion. Penned on official House of the Broken God parchment by the revered mistress of the house, Lashbearer Katrine. Be on your guard, mine faithful, for speculation and heretical wondering has spread amongst the broken flock in recent times. If you are offered blood transference, report it to your temple's rector immediately. It shall not heal you, it shall not deliver you. To suffer truly in the name of our Lord on the rack, your own blood must endure. Okay. Anti-vampire tract, obviously. Probably makes sense given the whole thing. Okay, the suffering masses. To salve a scar or stitch a broken seam of skin is simple, but a curative for the soul, for the malaise of suffering that sits betwixt one's ears and in one's heart, that is a harder balm to apply. We faithful tormented must practice listening most intently in hope that the act of spilling sorrow from stuttering mouths is itself soothing. We must learn which words to speak in fetid silence and when to speak them, but most of all when to let tranquil reflection be. That's good advice. That is remarkably good advice. I'm impressed. Soups of the Realms by Brother Donick. Why is it all in caps? A selection of soups has been outlined in the sticky, often splattered pages of this missive. Dippin' soup. Sometimes you've got nice bread, and nothing's better than dipped bread. Mash up a healthy chunk of tomatoes, nice and pulpy in a pot, getting rid of the skins if you can be bothered. Cut half an onion. Slap a couple garlic cloves with your palm. Grab a couple herbs if you got them, dried will do. Cut a small chunk of lard or other fat. Crack some salt and pepper. Add to the tomatoes. Heat your pot for half hour or so until thick and dippable. Pick out your chunks of onion, lovely snack, and garlic, smelly stack, and taste for seasoning. Taste for pleasure with some nice bread, a hunk of cheese, or just scoop with your hands if that's all you've got. Potato chowder. Look, if all you've got is potatoes, you've got to make potato soup. This chowder makes it not horrid. Put your lard in a pot, a chunky one, mind. When it stops being lard and starts being hot lard, add any good-smelling veggies, leeks, garlic, onions that you've chopped all thin. Please salt this so it doesn't taste of nothing. When it's soft and good-smelling, chuck in any flour you've got and stir the mixture so it don't burn. Note for me, it's very important to not burn it. Emphasize. Please do not let it burn. That'd be rubbish. If you're fancy and have wine, or have a generously stocked temple wine cellar nearby, add a bit of it now and cook it off. When it's gone, add some wedged potatoes and a lot more liquid. Not wine this time, or you'll have a headache the next morning. Cook it for half an hour or so till the potatoes are nice and tender, and mash some of them up in the liquid. If you got any cow products, cheese, milk, and the like, add them now for extra delicious results. You know, that is a reasonable way to get to a chowder. That is actually a reasonable way to get to a chowder. A little bit of a plain chowder, but, you know, reasonable. Lo, a most joyous sensation. Ooh, sensation. For the eyes of Father Sormel of the Open Hand Temple only. Too late! Field Report, Benton the Devout. Marpanoth 12, 1368 DR. Today, a roughshod group of adventuring sorts happened upon my little patch of Firewine Bridge, so I naturally espoused the benefits of our shattered saint unto them. Can you conceive of what they said to me, Arch-Sufferer? After I had warned them of the evils of the most perverted of magics, this group of degenerates claimed to be house sorcerers. Sorcerers! They would not heed my warnings about this degenerate magic, nor would they cast off all earthly belongings and join our flock. The feeling is in the pit of my stomach as they cast pitying eyes across my pathetic form. What exquisite, holy suffering. Ooh. Ooh. Is this a door? This is a door. Okay. Obviously the crypt is not behind the altar. Possibly only Catholics do that foolishness. Oh, what is this?
Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at meal times.
Okay. You can't stop me, I'm investigating. Hi. Hello, Brother Donick. You seem nice. Remarkably healthy for an Ilmater. Oh. Concern.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
You're pretty. Let's see. I'm investigating Lorgan's murder. What do you know? You've already talked to the investigator? Why are you packing up your kitchen? You should probably clean up the massive blood trail before you go. Or leave. Why are you packing up your kitchen?
Soup kitchen's no good if we've no one to feed soup to. Besides, Father Lorgan's gone. Murdered. And now they're blaming a refugee for it.
So you don't think Brilgor killed him? Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill Lorgan? Where did the attack happen? Or leave? I want to ask all of these, but I might only be able to ask one. Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill him?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it.
Seems
At least,
reasonable.
I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
Oh, you are so young. Can I talk to you again? Can I ask you more questions?
Look, I need to finish up here. Lots of soup to clean up. Blood, too.
I'm annoyed. Okay, down the hatch. Oh, there's even more blood down here. Oh boy. Hammers? Rope? I don't like it. I want to go through all this stuff, but let's have a look. Oh. Why is there a basement shrine access through the kitchen? And I really hope that's water. Rights for the passing. Okay. Rights for the Passing, Silver Glass, on the Weary, Volume 1, Father Lorgan. A quarterstaff just left lying around. Whoop. Plea of Rest, Autumn Crocus, Sheet Music, Lute, Hand Drum. Well, I'm definitely going to take the Autumn Crocus and the Sheet Music because I'm a bard. You know, I'm going to take the Plea of Rest, too. On the Weary, Volume 1. A collection of Father Lorgan's writings on despondency. Perhaps the hardest suffering to ail is that which dulls but does not pang. Weariness sits deep within one's soul, but it casts its miring net across the surface, dampening all errant thoughts and feelings in its wake. Malaise of this sort can rot the heart if left to fester, but it must be extricated carefully. Above all else, the weary soul knows itself better than you can. Do not condescend, do not assume, do not impose. Simply avail yourself as a tool to the weary. Let them know you can be used however they might need. Oh, Lorgan. Oh. I understand your altruism, but I think it might have gotten you killed. A book of Ilmatari death rites. The page on the turning is particularly dog-eared. There will come many a time, O worshipful tormented, that you will have to comfort a faithless unfortunate as they pass from this life to the next. Or perhaps, even more distastefully, you may be faced with the dying acolyte of a wretched god, keen to shirk the blasted afterlife waiting them. The Lord on the rack grants us great many powers, but altering the moral velocity of a soul is one we cannot shift on the deathbed. If one has lived a life of sin, their soul is bound for a sinful place, no matter their final protestations. However, it would do much more harm than good to tell them this. Ilmater does not forbid the speaking of untruth, no matter how polite society deems the act. If it would spare the dying wretch some suffering as they pass, tell them that the weeping God awaits them with his balming embrace. Make them believe. Whatever torment their soul bears in the realms beyond, it remembers not their body, so spare them at least this final passing moment from hardship. Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm very all right with that. I'm pretty sure this is where the murder happened. There's way too much blood. Double doors. Eeny, meeny, miny. Actually, let's have a look at the other... Okay, sheet music. An elegiac fugue in the key of D minor entitled Ode to the Oppressed. Not helpful. Plea of Rest. A hastily scrawled and slightly damp plea of rest, requesting to be freed of Ilmater's service for the duration of a 10-day, as the writer mourns Father Lorgan. Huh. Okay. Understandable. The main problem here is that this is, as we have been reminded, Ilmater. How much of this blood is worship blood and how much is murder blood?
A crypt. This must be where Shira Clarwin is buried.
Oh, yes. Are they labeled? Well, yes. Okay. Yes, they are. Okay.
Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR, died 1485 DR.
Okay. Not the right person. Why is this one off kilter?
Here lies Reloric Windbane, born 1399 DR, died 1486 DR.
Okay.
Here lies Sister Shira Clarwin, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
Here it is. The tomb of the Amulet Spirit's granddaughter. Time for a family reunion.
I don't have the ability to raise the dead. I'm just going to mention that. But I do have the ability to leave this amulet in the coffin. Oh, hi, Giggler.
Faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone thou might be, alas. And yet thy shell will rise.
I regret a lot of things.
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania, and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
Nope. If it will bring you peace, I will bear the madness. Gods know I don't want to inherit your curse. And what happens if I say yes? Or Arcana, ponder what you know of the monk's affliction. What are the consequences of accepting it? Okay. I think I try the Arcana roll. Pondering. Pondering with backup from Shadowheart. Pondering. Thinking. Keeping my cursor off this person's butt.
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Oh. I can't afford to lose more wisdom. I already am down further than I should be. Nope, I don't want it. You can keep it.
Well, if laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark.
Oh, goody. He raised other undead. Good thing I had those temporary hit points. Well, that was not unexpected.
I'm ready.
The question is, if we take out the possessed Shira, does that end the others? I mean, I don't have to take the attack of opportunity. I'm probably not going to, but the question is, you know, how to... Hey, excuse me. I didn't actually move. I tried to switch to Jaheira. Well, that actually... Since that happened... Hi, hello. Beautiful, beautiful Asterion. Gorgeous.
Ready.
Is it owlbear time? It might be owlbear time. Unless I want to use a spell. I have so many spells. Like, these are undead. Moonbeam would hurt a lot. From this distance, it's actually difficult to tell the difference between her and Shadowheart to an extent. Too many white blondes. Wait.
Need to act fast.
Hi, Shadowheart. I have a task for you. Yeah, do the thing. Now Chihira is free to just walk right up.
What must be done?
So honestly, why not? I'm still hoping that if we take out Shira, the other undead just stop.
Never a dull moment.
Hi, hello, how are you? Have you met my sword? That was a nice critical. That was an excellent critical. Thank you, me. Okay, should I toss a healing spell at anybody? Well, Asterian's numbers are just a bit yellow. Perhaps we give him a little boost. Swoop. All good, all good.
Shall we cut and run?
I could bonus action disengage away. Yeah, why not? Disengage. And just step over here. It's not like that thing's going to be attacking you. There we go. All right.
Can't give up.
And Shadowheart, you come in over here. Yes, we've got you surrounded now.
Always this same old song.
This flesh cannot contain me. No I, no me. Here's where I be.
Level 6. Oh, I see. I can't actually counter that. Backlash for you! Which one? That one? Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that was the wrong one. Darn it. Oh. Well, I made mistakes. I have definitely made mistakes. Weren't there 4 of them? Where's the 4th one? Did it actually successfully run away? Where did... Oh, yeah, he successfully ran away. Okay, so we've only continued problems for...
Let's finish this.
Do it again? Flinster resisted. I'm very sad.
Well, so much for peace.
You know what? Leave him be for now. Take out the one that's actually a threat.
This feels good.
You still have time to surrender.
Okay, he's running out of possession targets. That's what we got going on here. Shadowheart, we're gonna need your heftier heal. Please toss a level 3. Why are you like this? Ooh, we could do... No, that's so low. Level 3 healing word into our vampire. Who is also going to run the heck away.
Quick.
Okay.
Come on, can't stay
I
idle.
am also going to
Swift as my feet can carry me.
away.
Onward.
And Jahira's going to, like, take up point in the triangle, sorta. Okay? Okay.
Still on my feet.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
I could have him hide, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Time to push my luck again.
I need a heftier potion like one of these. Split. Why can't I split it? Okay, fine. We'll just send the stack to Asterion for now.
Let's spill some blood.
Asterion, you drink one. And then send them back to me. I don't know why I had to do it that way, game. Okay.
Got to keep fighting.
I mean, I kind of want to get them closer together. I don't really have anything that will cover both of them when they're as far apart as they are. We just take away his possession targets. I think that's our best bet. So So take a shot.
What should I do?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
War is an old woman's game.
Now this is a difficult one. What have I got? Again. Oh right, I don't have any reason not to use Firebolt here. Wow, that's some resilience on them. So many hit points.
I've missed this.
It's a pity he can't get sneak attack. Yeah, no sneak attack, therefore I could use a fancy arrow, but I'm not going to. Okay. Come at me, bro.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's end this.
Actually, Shadowheart, I feel like you should be taking point on this. So you be there, Jaheira be there, and then it has to go through you and Jaheira in order to get to me and Asterion. And we're delicate.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Orders.
Okay. Hello. Oh, right. Poison doesn't work on undead. Okay, okay, okay.
Can't even catch my breath.
Disadvantage because it's so very, very close. Okay. Still too close.
Listen
up. You know, sure. Only 65%, which is kind of sad, but at least it's still a cantrip.
A gift for a loathsome neighbor.
Aww. Okay, and
I'm ready.
I really want you to do radiant damage. Pretty. Very pretty.
Time to kill.
Hey, guess what, Asterion? Critical miss? Oh, you disappoint me, boy.
And I thought we were going to be friends.
Okay, okay. Just the giggler left and nobody else for him to possess unless he can re-raise these corpses. I like that.
Blood comes easy these days.
Hungry for the slaughter.
You know, why not?
Now they see me.
Need to stay focused.
He ain't turned no more.
Ready.
Eat radiance? Oh, he's saved. Sadness.
This is the easy part. The mark of Mauler on you.
Okay, okay.
What's the plan? Onward.
Yo.
Another fight. Let's go.
I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna shoot him in the back. Now he's scared! Which isn't gonna help Asterion, so to speak, but... Nice. Nice. You hide again.
Talk to me.
For the fallen.
Trapped! Oh, no!
Sure, Cutting's words that. Darn it. Okay.
Can't afford to let up.
Wait. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with the hefty. Why do you keep doing that? On thyself. There we go. Okay.
Still standing, no matter what you heard.
Oh, Jaheira, well done.
Eternally cast then, my spirit be.
Yep.
No. Morning Lord, I call to thee, lend your forbearance. No.
I hate it had to end like this. A torturous fate by any measure.
I agree. That ended badly. Well,
no traps, please.
Oh, look at that. A diamond worth 220 gold. Okay, off to camp with both of them, I guess. Sapphire and a candle, I guess. Gold. You know what? He can keep his incense. Scroll of Hold Monster. Supreme Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Gain an additional level 4 spell slot. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. Until long rest. It is said that the glimmer in this elixir is the reflection of light on the weave itself. You know, it's been a long time since I've taken him out walkies, but I think I should send this to Gale. It feels right. The gold goes to camp, and the Scroll of Hold Monster comes to me, and goes into my scroll storage, where I will completely forget that it's there. Ha ha ha! Pardon me. You know, I never did get to read this plaque.
Here lies Flintster Sunseeker, born 1400 DR, died 1456 DR.
I wonder if this guy in the amulet ever actually consulted his grandchild about, you know, the whole passing the suffering on. Ah, well, I dislike that had to happen that way, but also, what is happening with the amulet now? Which one was it? It was one of these. Chimera's locket. There it is. Sentient amulet. Sun-graced warmth radiates from both the pendant and its chain. Somehow, even a brief glance of it brings a smile to your face. So, yeah, this is nice, but it's also like, I'm fairly certain it's still cursed. So, you know what, I'm sending that to camp because it's a lot more evil than anything I'm going to be using. Okay. You know what? Now is an excellent time for a short rest.
Time to get going.
Good. Alright. Save. And then let's have a look at this quest. Disable the steel watch has showed up. Figure out how to disable the steel watch. We'll go from the bottom up on this whole thing. Wulbren, leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes, wants to disrupt Gortash's tyrannical rule by taking down his steel watch. He's made a rune powder bomb that can blow up the steel watch foundry. Barkas pleaded with us not to use the rune powder bomb, saying it will kill the Gondians in the steel watch foundry. He wants us to find a peaceful solution. Find the steel watch foundry. We have Wulbren's rune powder bomb, which can destroy the steel watch foundry. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Okay. Avenge the Iron Hands. Destroy the steel watch foundry. Wulbren wants to crush the Gondians for serving Gortash and supplying him with steel watchers. He asked us to sneak into their steel watch foundry and destroy it. Barkas is adamant that there's a peaceful way to deal with the Gondians, one that doesn't need violence. In order to blow up the foundry, Wulbren gave us a powerful explosive called a rune powder bomb. We need to plant it somewhere in the steel watch foundry. Solve the open hand temple murders. That's the new one. Gather information about the murders. We've been asked to look into the deaths of Father Lorgan and Brilgor at the open hand temple. Sister Yanis, the temple's rector, believes Brilgor's been blamed for the crime too hastily by Inspector Valeria. Okay, I agree. And lift the shadow curse. We successfully lifted the shadow curse. In time, these lands will flourish once again. Okay, that's from long ago. Discover the history of Prince Orpheus. I also completed that one. We learned that Prince Orpheus is trapped inside the astral prism. Yep, there we go. Read a forbidden book, read the third book, learned that he's trapped in the prism. Where were the other books? I don't know! Okay, find Zevlor. Oh, we never found Zevlor. Oh, I'm sorry, child. Find Zevlor. Zevlor was captured by the Cult of the Absolute. His fellow tieflings claim he froze and tried to surrender. We should look for him. The tieflings were ambushed by the cultists out in the darkness. Zevlor urged them to surrender, and in the confusion the cultists attacked, kidnapping several of the tieflings. You know, I looked everywhere, and I did not find him. I have no idea where he was. I'm sorry, child. Now, I just completed the amulet quest, but it's not in here that I can find. Find a cure, escape the Nautiloid, free true soul near, help your protector, rescue Wulbren, find missing boots, missing shipment, Raphael's old enemy, lift the shadow curse, rescue the gnome, Mayrina, Grimforge gnomes, cure the poison gnome, explore the ruins. I don't see it. Where the heck is it? It's not in the Baldur's Gate list, but it's also not in the completed quests list, so I'm very confused. Oh, whatever. That's very, very weird. Okay, I should definitely be wrapping the stream soon, but I do really want to know what's through the last doorway, so we're gonna go have a look first. Iron ladder. What is, hold on a moment. Solve the 10 temple murders. So the solution is upstairs, not downstairs? Maybe? Or... wait a minute. There was there... no, wait, that's the crypt. This is the way we came from. And the ladder. Okay, yeah, I still want to know what's behind door number 3. Oh! We appear to have some sort of archive here.
What's inside?
Ooh, dangerous. Ice knife and dark vision. Sure. What did we fail to perceive? Miracles of the outer city.
Trap.
Oh. That would be a good thing to actually perceive. A record of alleged miraculous phenomena in the outskirts of Baldur's Gate attributed to Ilmater. Customer of Gildro Angleiron reckons he healed up mighty quick from painful forge burn. Asked if Ilmater had something to do with the irksome talkative gent outside Carmen's, powerful agent of suffering. Soup still showing up at refugee camp even after temple closed kitchen. Curious. Man's hands tied together in horse reins claims he's a holy symbol. Manip Nestor reports feeling close to his duty since relocation to refugee camp. Trapped. Why is the display case trapped? That's confusing. Asterion.
Well, hello.
Hi. Oh. Well, we get some guidance, we give you some bardic inspiration, we hope for the best. Will it be enough? Will it be enough? It is enough by 1 point. Well, 2. It's enough by 2 points. That was a good use of inspiration. The inspiration was definitely what did it. And... oh, it's also locked.
Symbol.
Also a 20. Fascinating. Oh, we make this one. Okay. We're looking good here. Elixir of Sea Invisibility. Drink this elixir to spot invisible creatures. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. Beneath its vial of glass, the liquid floods with color, goes translucent, and becomes colorful once more. A pretty fluctuation. Okay. Sure.
Have a lot on my mind.
Thank you, Asterion.
And, well, in it.
Holy water, a Shabbat dusk.
But that will fit in my pack.
That... oh. Hold up.
What's in here?
Oh! Don't mind if I do. Also, I should take these scrolls and add them to my scroll collection. Yep, there we go. If we, like, move this... Can I squeeze around back? I can. Can I take a leap of faith? Game? Hello? Oh, there's not just over that way. There's also maybe over this way. No, actually no, just that way. This, you know, this might be the other side of that well deal. What? Okay, why'd it do that? Why'd it do that? Okay, shabby door here, leading to... Oh.
Is an artist. You do well.
Okay. Okay. You know what? We are going to get hella sneaky.
I don't need any attention right now.
Because, yeah, this is definitely something to deal with next stream. Rud Muz Zom. It's also like there are murders. This might have to do with what's her name? Orin? That I'm looking for. But also these guys, I do think I want to talk to them, but I think I might want Asterion to not be directly participating in said talk. Oh, that's just plain creepy. Okay, I'm just going to save here. Save game, yes. And this is where I will pick up again next week. So we will figure this out, and we will talk to the people and, you know, figure out what the heck is going on. In the meantime, if you are interested in my previous adventures in Baldur's Gate, or you're new to my stream, or any of the above, or any other reason, my previous streams are archived on my YouTube channel, which I have just linked to in my chat. There are playlists there for any game that I've played twice or more on my stream, just to make things super convenient for managing to find what you're looking for. And it has my playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 2, and as far as I've gotten through Baldur's Gate 3 so far. I'm almost at Baldur's Gate. I'm in the suburbs, sorta. So, you know, I might be there or not there, depending on how you count this. I have not actually passed into the city, but I'm nearby enough. We'll see. But you know, that is a problem for future Foxwine. And speaking of future Foxwine, I will be back streaming again tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Planet Zoo for Management Monday. I will be continuing work on the extremely elaborate enclosure that I am making for my red foxes. Why am I making them extremely elaborate enclosure? Because they're foxes, darn it. So I will be continuing work on that and getting that together and figuring out things in that area. Zone, thoughts, whatever happens to come to mind. I will be continuing work there, and I have made plans for more enclosures and such like, but that will be something that will be dealt with once the red foxes are installed and all. So we'll see how far I get on the building and decorating and all that sort of stuff that I will be doing. So that is tomorrow night. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we get enough people together to form a game. I will be playing either Among Us or 100% Orange Juice, or maybe Scribble It with my friends, depending on how many people show up. Among Us is the game that we play when we have the largest possible number of participants. 100% Orange Juice is the game that we play when we have the smallest number of participants, because it is 4 players or less. It is a board game that is basically Anime Mario Party, that is a lot of chaotic fun, because each character has their own power, and not all of the powers are related to dice rolls, so it gets pretty crazy pretty quick. It's a lot of fun. And if we have too many people for 100% Orange Juice, but not quite enough for Among Us, well, that is when we pull out a Scribble It, which is a Pictionary-style game where one person draws, everyone else tries desperately to remember how to spell what they think that person is drawing, and whoever has the largest number of points at the end of 3 rounds wins the game. So that's that plan. And then on Wednesday night, about 10:15 or 10:20 or so, usually, when my friends abandon me, because apparently you have to sleep at night in order to be able to be awake to work in the morning, I will be switching over to play Power Wash Simulator, because it will be the second Wednesday of the month, and on the second Wednesday of the month, I play Power Wash Simulator. I will be continuing my going through the career path in there, washing whatever it is that they put in front of me to wash. We shall see what it is. I've forgotten. It's been a month. So we'll all find out together what I have to wash, and then I will wash it, all the time complaining about whatever it is I'm having to wash, I guarantee. Then on Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Oxygen Not Included for Try Not to Die Thursday. I will be continuing to drag myself through the mid-game by hook or by crook as I wait for my water to cool. As soon as I have cooler water, I can step up production of my steel and also start production of turning crude oil into plastic, which is what I need to get into the end game. So it is very important to me to cool down my water and also to get set up to process the crude oil. So I will be working on that in Oxygen Not Included in the next time that I stream it. And then next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I shall return to Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm going to deal with these murderer people who apparently have set themselves up in it with a connection to the basement of the Temple of Ilmater. This does not seem to be good. I'm probably going to end up in another fight, but it's going to have to be taken care of. And we'll see how that goes. I'm definitely going to try and converse with them first, but I'm not sure. So we'll find out together, won't we? Won't we? So that is the upcoming schedule for my week, all the games that I'm going to be playing and everything that I plan to do in those games, as detailed as my plans ever get, which is more detailed than others in some places, but you know, it's how it goes. But you know, whether or not I have a detailed plan, whether or not I know what I'm doing, whether or not I know whether or not I'm in Baldur's Gate, I still have a lot of fun. And I've had so much fun tonight, and I hope that all of you have had at least as much fun as I have, and I hope that you all have a great night. Good night!